Good afternoon, classmates, as well as Professor Gannon. My name is Kaylin Griffin. I'm here to discuss the career choice for the career project, and I chose high school counselor. I chose this position because I want to do anything that's dealing with kids, especially transitioning from 8th to ninth grade, is a big step, and I want to be the one to help with that transition to run smoothly as well as their ninth to 12th grade year. I feel like I can lend a helping hand with anything that they may need as far as if they want to just have an open conversation, or if it's about school related problems, or just helping them to graduate, or even getting them off to college. I feel like I am a good source for that. So, just to go into some of the basic functions of a high school counselor or responsibilities, they help cope with social, behavior, and personal problems. They're responsible for helping with college applications, campus tours, college fairs. They're responsible for helping you take the SAT, the ACT, making sure that your GPA is meet the requirements for the college that you would like to go to. They help with college admissions. They help basically anything college. But they're also there for family concerns, conflicts with other students. If you want to just have a listening ear, just in case there's anything going on in outside of the school environment, they're also there for that as well. They have many responsibilities, but those are just a few of them. The salary for a high school counselor is about 56,000 a year, which breaks down to about 25 an hour, but I believe it is salary based, so the 25 hour doesn't really make a difference because you still get paid the same amount every month. But it is also a 8% growth rate, which is slightly above average, so it is a good demand for high school counselors. Just the setting, of course, is a high school. If you want to help high school students, you want to be a counselor for high school. High school will be the best. A high school facility will be the best for you. There's plenty of benefits to being a high school counselor. I think one would be to see your students grow, to really see what they can do. Because ninth and 12th grade, I feel, are the milestones for your life. Everything that you do in college will determine how, not necessarily how successful you will be, but how you're able to grow as a person, because your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year, they're all important, especially your 11th and 12th grade years, because those are closer to graduation, which will send you off to college a little bit faster. So I feel like the benefit of a high school counselor is to watch that happen, to just get satisfaction in knowing that you helped your students get to where they want to be. Of course, with every benefit, there is a drawback. So the drawbacks, I believe, probably would be the stress levels, in my opinion, because you're dealing with a lot of students. It's not just one student per counselor. Each person does not have their own counselor, so you're dealing with hundreds of kids trying to reach the same goal for each child. So that can be a little stressful. As long as you find something to do outside of school, school is not consumed in your life as far as being a counselor, I feel like that will not be such an issue. And I learned that from my interviewee, who is actually my high school counselor. Her name is Raquel Jones. She was a counselor at Carver High School, which is where I graduated from 2005 to 2013. About a 9 years at Carver High School, but she first started off at Mount Zion High School, which is where she got her first counseling job. And now she is currently at the Museum School, which is a school in DeKalb County. The grades are from kindergarten to 8th grade, so between high school and elementary and middle, it is a transition. So she basically told me that burnout is a common concept because you're dealing with so many kids with so many different I don't want to say issues, but so many different concerns as far as school or family problems, home problems, and sometimes it can really deter a child from wanting to do what they can. So, as the counselor, she said that she guided them into the right directions to let them know that somebody cares, and I feel like I can do that exceptionally well. So, as far as her education, she got her bachelor's at Georgia State University for journalism, which she, of course, did not do for a very long time. She got her bachelor's at journalism at Georgia State, did it for about 1 or 2 years, realized that was not her niche, so she eventually went back to school to get her master's in school counseling, and she could not be happier. And it really showed because she made my high school career the best ever. She helped with college scholarships. She helped me get admissions. I got admitted into 5 schools because of Miss Raquel Jones, and I just love her so much, and I was so happy that she was able to do the interview with me. She's an amazing woman, and she really does her job well, and she actually inspired me to do high school counseling as well, so I thank her for that. And not only did she inspire me, but when I took the test, the personality test that we had to take in the beginning of semester, my results were INFJ, and the career paths for that personality was suggested to be counseling, to be teaching, social work, nonprofit organizations, things of that nature. So I feel like my personality definitely matches those career goals, and I do want to go into counseling for about 4 or 5 years after master's, because my bachelor's degree will be in psychology. However, I am going straight to Georgia State to continue my master's at Georgia State for counseling, so that I can be a high school counselor. And one of the requirements to actually be a high school counselor in Georgia is that you have a master's degree. So that's what I want to do. As far as other states, there are some states that require you to have a master's and be licensed, but for Georgia that is not the case. So once I graduate master's at Georgia State, I will be trying to pursue a career in the high schools. Whichever high school is willing to accept me, hire me, I will do my job exceptionally well with the proper training that I've got and the knowledge that I know. Personality test, again, I think that it is the best for me because I like to help. And I am always the person that's willing to help, willing to go the extra mile just to see growth in someone else. And I feel like the step in high school will be the best for me. So this career definitely fits with my personality, and even after all the research and the interview with Miss Raquel Jones, I would not trade my decision for anything. So thank you for listening. I hope that I gave enough insight on high school counselors to hopefully inspire someone to be a high school counselor as well.